Hello, lovely people of Monkey Man's Jungle League. My name is Sword Devourers, and as always, I'm welcoming you to the MJL podcast. We're now entering the 16th century, and some kind of interesting POG things have happened. Well, what do you expect while U4 is slowly loading as the awesome game it always is and always will be? Until 1.30 happened, of course, or pretty much since 1.29 happened. Yeah. We are playing with the Monkey Man's Jungle League mod, which changes some things in regards to religions, and which creates some different build orders and builds. I'm thinking it interesting that War Googly is asking for me to skip his nation. I don't even know what War Googly is actually playing. Otherwise, I would skip it. I think he was playing Bamanis. Or Bold Manis. Because every nation is bolding. Malcolm Pockchimp Swordcast and War Googly Walrus Chick Jungle Channel for secret message from Googly. You have already seen it. So, Googly's Delhi. Yikes. So, because I lost my grading sheet again, like, these things gets lost more often than Roman troops in Teutonic forests, but, well, it is what it is. So, we are checking the country of our certainly loved player, Frog. Serkis is playing Usugi. Got pretty much all of Japan now and is already having a lot of stuff in Korea. Interestingly, he already has an offensive line in Ganshu, which is insanely huge long term. Panzerfaust asking for Dalmatia inside. Yeah, once we get there, we will do that certainly. Kind of odd that Shimazu got that much here, but I guess it's due to saving admin mana. You're already at 14 adhers, which is understandable at that time frame. You saved a lot of admin with like not covering these. You're a bit behind on admin tech, which is fine as you're not going to farm any other tech. And yeah, right now there's not that much you should do. Pretty much, you're independent daimyo, which is by far the best government type in your area. I always see people arguing for a shogunate lately, but I have to say that I don't think shogunate is that good. I think it's the most overrated government in the entire game. Late game wise, you would have another very cool one, which would be the theocracy one. I'm going to show that once I'm finished with rating your nation. You currently field around 29,000 man. You can field 50,000. For White Duck, are you on 5.14? Are you a defender of faith and you're running the advisor? Yeah. This adds up a bit over time. So, your nation is really, really strong. You're building a shipyard. Like, why the fuck are you building a shipyard? Who the hell is building a shipyard? Like, who the hell is going to attack you? Majapahit? Like, once Majapahit attacks you, you just slap him into the face and say, I am Frog, and it's GG, pretty much. Like, Majapahit decides to kill you, Majapahit is going to kill you. But I don't think Majapahit will kill you, because he's not in the position to kill you. So, expansion-wise is alright, even though I would have liked you to have a bit more expansion. The problem is that Manchu's bordering here. You're currently allied to him. You're allied to Shu, Khmer, and Manchu, and I'm honestly asking myself what you're going to do, because I think Majapahit would be the other good idea, but this would put you into a problematic situation with France. Khmer also expanded pretty much on what I expected. Like, this could be an inward perfection type of build, but I don't think this would suit you well, Frog. I would currently say this nation is a 6.5 out of 10. It's just due to be expected, but I don't really see how you're going to snowball from here on out. Air building wise, like you did some things, but not that much overall. What shall I say? Like the country is certainly in a good spot, but it probably has to fight Banshu sooner or later. So this should be enough to show what I want to show. Independent daimyo's bump. Jesus Christ. Theocracy. I think this was monastic order. Into external mission. Into, where's the morale one? Into combat heresy. Into integration of the Sohai. Into partial secularization. Into open public elections, and you will probably not get further than that, because and these reforms here are utterly broken in the end, in my opinion. Like this one is pretty okay. These are not broken. Free policies are actually kind of cool, but you get it way too late. And at this point here, you have like this one, work score cost with other religions, which is literally 30% war score cost religion in every war because you're Shinto. Integration of the Sohai is like insanely broken. Like it's one of the most broken ideas, reforms I have seen in U4. Like this is even more broken than the goddamn Indian estate, Indian Marathas one, and it's unreal how broken this is. Like it's so dumb, and you're not even getting this one, which is like the holy theocracy, which allows you to get 20% more manpower recovery speed, and pretty much from the army tradition from battles literally allows you to have permanently 100% army tradition, which is like super broken. So next tech is Manchu. Like Manchu expanded quite well into China, but like the thing is, he's playing Manchu. Like what the fuck is he going to do? Behind an echo ideas, which is expected due to his expanding. Like he can press this one, which is upholding for logical reasons. And then you realize you're literally goddamn Manchu. Like what are you going to do? Like you're not going to from Yuan, otherwise you would have probably already attacked Irad. And due respect, I don't even think attacking Irad at the current moment is that smart of a choice, considering you can still eat the Boo and Ning. I'm actually questioning myself why you didn't do that yet. Otherwise, your country is looking like alright. It's not looking great. It's looking good on the expansion in that area, but you can certainly still expand way more, like you have to with Valorous is a retard confirmed. But you could still attack Ning and then kill Boo again. Like, you're behind Yusugi, and if I were Yusugi, I would just kill you off with Shu and be done with it. Like, this nation is looking like a 5 out of 10 nation. You had some problems with connection as well, which may have led to this situation. Build these good workshops. Like, I don't really know why people are still doing stuff like that. Like, this is usually the biggest mistake I see in every country. It's a thing that I will show later on when I talk about Brandenburg, because I think that this is one of the aspects I do pretty good at the game compared to other people. Your income is alright. Just remember, we are leaving Age of Discovery, put on out the war taxes. Yeah, 5 out of 10 nation. So let's take a look at Shu. Like, Shu ideas are pretty much Nitra ideas. He's horribly behind in ideas. 889, good income, which is also due to the gold mine. He has a problem that he's bordering Khmer. I don't really get why you have a fort in Dongguan if you can have a fort in Kaoping or in Haiphong. Or like this fort is pretty much useless. I would simply put the fort here, so you have this fort for this fort line. You could even think about like getting it here in Nanming, which would probably be even better because of the river crossing thingy. And then you would be safe border-wise. The thing is, if Khmer actually wants to kill you, I think Khmer will just simply do so. But I guess you have an alliance network. You're not allied. You are in the Regency Council. You gotta recover mana-wise. You're running 3-1-3. I don't know why you're running a +3 mil advisor, which is in my opinion not the correct choice right now. Like, I guess people spend a lot of cash into advisors to get more mana because mana is always the correct choice. But people forget that you need to build up your country first. Because every ducat you invest in, like the 1500s, is way more important than every ducat you spend later on in the game. And it snowballs way harder to have an additional 0.2 ducats early game than it is to have additional 0.2 ducats later on in the game. I really think this shows itself in Shu. I'm not going to rate the manpower thingy because quantity ideas are usually showing a different picture of manpower, so I will not talk about manpower until quantity is finished for every major nation, which is certainly not the case right now. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. Improved on that front. I would pretty much rate this nation a 5.5 out of 10, but it still needs some more build-up. Like, it's lacking in a lot of regards. It has none next to no development. Besides some bigger city. He is spending admin on inflation. Babans. Yeah. So I'm going to take a look at Khmer. Khmer is in a golden era. Like I always have this discussion with people who are doing golden eras early game. Like, he's doing 76 ducats. He's doing great. Like these countries actually played by Zaibu. Like, I'm actually praising Zaibu. What the actual fuck is happening? 14 ideas. He's like entering a building spree very soon, I guess. Like, his country is looking good. Like, properly deft in most places, taking useless attrition, has deft here and there. Like, this country is, without a lie, certainly one of the best Khmers, if not the best Khmer I've ever seen. Probably tied with Malcolm's Khmer in EU war. He's a bit behind Dip Tech, which is the fight great usage of advisors. Like, holy fuck, I'm actually fucking impressed. like, don't get me wrong, I'm fucking impressed. Like, actually, Zaibu big brain. Is Zaibu the second coming of Borky? Like, he's equally Brobega, so why not? Impressive. Like, this is just impressive. I have no other words. I couldn't do it better myself. Impressive. Like, this is one of the richest Khmers I've ever seen. It started off as Aitaya, from what I have heard, but like, man, this is fucking impressive. I don't get any others. Like I'm actually checking out my grading sheet now. I need my grading sheet. I found it again. Like, I actually to think, like, I would actually rate this nation as a straight up 8 out of 10. This would be an Ooga Booga nation on the road to win the entire game and make a name for yourself. Yeah, this is straight up 8 out of 10. Can't rate it otherwise. 8 out of 10. Like, without having checked most of the nations in the world, this is looking by far like the best played nation at the current moment. Like, I'm actually bamboozled a bit right now. I didn't expect it to... Like, it's a nation with the 5th highest income in the fucking world as Khmer. Like, straight up impressive. Nothing else to say. Great game from Cebu until now. Like, I would even argue it's looking better than France and Castile. And, yeah, like, you cannot look better than England with a fucking free game because it's England. Like, you can literally put my mother on England and she would probably look better than 50% of the nations in the game. Even though she would not click anything. And Gerardo is especially good playing on England right now. So, let's take a look at Nepal. I had my small rant about Nepal last session and I don't think you can change that much at the current moment. For Doc Nosu, he is... for Duck Nose, no, not for Duck. Doc. It's one of him, Quack and not Wolf. He's allied with Batua, which is like an alliance that I only really get right now, and he's allied to Delhi. So power ruler, which should not be the case in India. Like, you should just try to kill off Bamanis ASAP. Like, I don't really know why Bamanis is even still alive, as it seems people have attacked Bamanis. Like, this India is in a horrible state, like 4 nations, and I think they will combat each other pretty hard. Bit behind in economic ideas, but it's looking alright. Like, he is Sunni. Like, Sunni gives you 20% manpower and 10% construction cost. Out of sheer interest, I want to check what Sikh gives you. I think these are the 2 that you are taking 100%. Like the Miserable Confederacy and the Stank of the Khalsa. And this is like 10% manpower and 5%, and then you got to the 10% morale here, and you get the Guru. And I would still say it's not correct to go Sikh. Like, I think Hindu, if you're close to Telugu primary culture area, is always the correct take on the game. Like, the thing is, you all don't own a single Telugu province right now. Besides, no, it's this one. You need to take Telugu ASAP and then culture convert to Telugu primary. And once you're Telugu primary, you just do the reforms and do Telugu things. Like, this nation is for a Bengal. It's a 4 out of 10. I don't know what typo I did to get to this country. So, Bamanis. Bamanis allied to Khmer, so it doesn't die. 14 adheres, 999 tech, looking pretty hot. Having a big army. Could have certainly a better fort setup. Has lost the Marathas thingies. Should take the cash. Don't really know why you're not doing that right now. That's a no-brainer. Like, not building up your spare cash. Like, if you're expecting a death fort, it's still better to build up so you have more loans and bigger loan caps to take. I really think this can be improved. Like, once you integrate Madurai, he will be certainly way stronger than you are currently. Your income is pretty alright. Your mana intake is pretty much alright, even though I disagree with some of the things. Like, this one needs to be higher, and like, you're in a difficult spot because I think the strong Mavar and the early Nepal formation is a pain in the ass.
I think this will be certainly the one of the weaker Indias we have ever seen in MJL, because I have never seen 4 Indias survive into such equal slots until now. Like, he's certainly doing the most cash, so he's probably stronger than Nepal and Mavar, but I don't really see him surviving in this diplomatic situation right now. It's a 5.5 out of 10. Yeah, Mavar, I've already talked about it with Gerardo yesterday. Like, this is looking like your 6 out of 10 nation from definition. You need to culture swap out of... oh, you actually are Gujarati already. So you have the permanent Marathas Council with Rajput Kingdom. I think this is the correct take on the situation. Mamandis lost already 1-1 to Mavar. Like, if you already lost to Mavar once, he's not going to win anymore. As sad as it is. Then Mamandis is dead. If he's not changing up the blow. Yeah, good income. Deft a bit. Like mostly the Ahmedabad state. A bit here and there. Like, it's pretty much... It's your above average nation, but it's Mavar, so it's like better than above average because Mavar is supposed to die. Like, I would actually say 6.5 out of 10 if I think about it again. Like, there's not much I can say about Mavar. Like, it's just looking good. Like, just build some stuff to snowball your economy, that's pretty much it. It's advice I can give to the same people over and over again. Like, it's good. Like, there's no rate to say this country looks bad. This country looks good in many aspects, and it's pretty much it. Googly has asked me to skip his nation, so I will take an in-depth look on work Googly's nation. Preparing the Punjab formation. Correct take on the situation. I don't know why you're not pushing these missions. Like, Afghanistan is your vassal. If I were you, I would even try to contest the Persia formation. I would go Punjab into Persia if I were you. 100%. Like, the country is not in a horrible state that, like, it will be really strong at one point. Like, deving wise, it's not that well. Like, it's alright. Could always be better, but, well, I haven't played with the new Vaishyas, so I cannot really judge. Here, it's like a 5.5 out of 10 nation. Karakayonlu is not bankrupt. I don't really get this nation because this nation looks good on the map, but it looks subpar when I take a look at it. It's in internal conflicts. It's going to form Persia once it's not a tribe anymore, which is pretty much in 4 years. Like, what the hell I'm supposed to say about this nation? Like, it's just okay. Like, you have not scored or perfectly stated many things. Or stuff is at like 50% because it's not stated. Like, who the fuck cares about governing capacity? Like, that's not kid ourselves. It's one of the most irrelevant things I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, QQ is in internal conflicts, that's correct. Like, I don't even know, is he going Coptic? Is he... Like, for me it looks like he tried to convert to Coptic and failed at it. But then I'm actually questioning myself, why the hell are you going Coptic? Like, he's 100% going Coptic. But why the hell are you going Coptic? Like, Shia is straight up superior to Coptic in my eyes. 5 out of 10. Ethiopia is the other Coptic nation. Like, I don't see anything at all which would make me say Coptic is the correct take on the situation. Like, it's an absurd misplay that Makuria was not conquered at all for the Coptic city. So you would have 3 buffs, which would have been power recovery, missionary strength, and discipline. Expansion wise, you should just kill off Butua. We're at 14 in the year 7, 8, 9. Like, Netflix and Death is not that cool in that area. You can still boost your income by a lot, in my eyes. Like, what is there to say is like in Ethiopia with a strong Batua, which is like exactly the problem of the nation. Kaffa is at 10. The mod is at 10, like this is done correctly. This is also done correctly. Like there's like it's not like this nation is bad, like it's just your average Ethiopia. We didn't punch down the Mamluks early enough, like it got this thing after a war against the Mamluks, but and I'm questioning myself why you haven't done so earlier. This is my main criticizing point. If you haven't done it before, why are you doing it now? Like, you got up for Mamluks, if I'm correct. Ethiopian Adirs got buffed, so you have like Nigus and the Gas with 10%. Like, why the fuck is Ethiopia 20% ICA? Like, for what reason? These ideas are actually great for warfare in Africa. Yeah, I would pretty much say that's it for Ethiopia. What was your tech for it again? Zavia. Not Zimbabwe. 88 income was expected from the nation. In a lot of aspects, it's exactly like I thought it would be, even though I disagree with some of the choices. I would also say do this and then do this to farm cash. Like, this mechanic is so so broken. Sorry, I was actually going to change the German word. Like, it's a good looking, but to like, rating African nation is so horrible to me because like they're always not looking horrible in itself, but I know they will look horrible at one point because they're simply playing in Africa. And Africa is a horrible place in EU4. It is what it is. Like, we have improved the area noticeably, but I still think Africa is weak. Yeah, Congo 50 for income, could have a bit higher income. If you take a look at the deving situation, season already deved quite well. He is Catholic right now. I don't really get why he's going Catholic and not going Reformed, which would have been way better in my eyes. Don't really see why Catholic is the correct choice in your case. I think Catholic is horrible, even in the mod. Good development, kind of decent on tech.
alright on advisors, even though I would recommend going higher. Finish with Aquadiers, make like to 15-15 and go back to mill. Focus. Try to kill off 2 or Ethiopia. Like, that's everything you can do at the current point. Like, don't get me wrong, but it's a hard road to become relevant as Africa. Like, even the formation of the Katara Empire is like just 7.5% discipline, which is not much. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's just 2.5%. I wouldn't even call it completely worth it. Shanghai has died. Portugal is here. Congo also here. Kinda freaky. Should also try to expand here as much as possible with Benin as an so just kill off Shanghai. Try to get the gold mine. And yep, that's pretty much it. 5.5 out of 10. So Terra Incognita. I should open now. Mamelukes look alright. I will check them later on. Tunis killed Shanghai. Allied to Castile. Had a lot of vassals for no reason. Horrible income. Benin admin has the. These are the places where I'm questioning myself why you're not going to Sicilies. Like, you have 10% ICA and 5% discipline, 10% death cost, but I would still go for 2 Sicilies at one point, because I think 2 Sicilies, if we take a look, I don't think we changed ideas. 2 Sicilies certainly is a bit different. They have 20% national manpower modifier, 10% morale of armies, 10% goods, which is like a side grade. I could have sworn they had death costs there than Tunisian ideas are actually better. Then Valrus is a Papega. Yeah, pretty much all right. So now only these nations are left. Their commandant took a beating, currently going into death ward to reconquer the land. Like, I think this entire area here has been a gigantic shit show, and I don't know why. Like, if I were Kara, I would have pounced you. I think Kara also annihilated you. I think, furthermore, that even if you win this war, you are in a... is in like an odd position, if I should paraphrase it correct. Like, he would just sit here, and if I were Commandante, I would just do Commandante and take like this. Anjan, you have less. You're like, take like this. Or some other province, so you get more trade. And then cry because your Mamluks. Like 50 euro, like this war will be the last relevant war if you lose this, so you need to win. But you're currently in a good position too, so don't worry. 5 out of 10. Hungary with similar problems from what I am aware. Probably go to 6k.
You're like Hungary will go bankrupt first. Like, Lamberg's cannot cross the river, so it's like a losing battle for both nations. Let's take a look at the build-up situation. Next to no build-up, military-wise. Meta has changed a lot when it comes to down to this. It's kind of odd because, like, I think Hungary should hard win this, but like his entire situation with this power blocks here is so odd. Like, I don't get what they're doing. Like, I don't know why Poland, for God knows why, is helping Hungary. I don't know why Dalmatia, God knows why, is helping Hungary. I don't know why they're not attacking Austria, and I don't know, like, what's going on. Like, this entire situation is so odd. I think Mamluk's fucked up with not striking first. That's, like, Hungary is also not looking hot. Not even close. Like, this is at best 5.5 out of 10. Like, it's looking okay-ish. Horrible income. Also, not having converted to gold mine is big yikes. Yeah. Poland, I don't think we need to argue this. Idea-wise looking good, income-wise not looking good. Like, I don't know what happened with Danzig. First you warred, and now you're integrating. I guess once you're at 10, you just make the PLC. And if you're at the PLC, you should just rush into Muscovy. Like, your Polish primary culture for no reason, when you could have been Ruthenia and could have done PLC into Ruthenia, and I don't really get why you did that. Would never have accepted Prussian culture. Like, I think this country could have been managed way better, even though it did a lot of mistakes regarding the first Silesia annexation. I also have seen worse. Some build-up is already happening. Don't know why you're collecting the Baltic Sea if you could just transfer cash. That was a misclick. What's the point of PLC before Ruthenia? You will get the integration of Lithuania for free, googly. That's pretty much it. Like, this is like a 4 out of 10 nation. Dalmatia. Is doing a lot of income now, currently a bit besieged. Getting dumpstered by France, which was totally not expected. KEKW. Yeah, the nation would draw the fate of Florence at one point, I guess, when Castile and England are not intervening. Like, what is there to say? The country is getting next to nothing in this war. I don't even know why the country isn't at war and not attacking Hungary for the Croatia formation. Like it gets a Croatia formation. Why the hell are you stuck on Dalmatia? Like, just go out of this nation. Like, what are you even getting? Like, nothing. Like, this is like next to nothing what you can do. Like, Croatia just gives you permanent death cost reduction, and that's it. It's free formation. Like, I don't get why you're not farming it. Like, it's the same with Commandant last campaign. The same mistake. 5 out of 10. Like, nation did not evolve this session at all. Florence getting dumpstered by by France. Like, it's not the fault of Florence that no one is helping him against goddamn Juggernaut 3-game France. Considering no one has opposed this France besides this Burgundy, and this Burgundy got annihilated by Malcolm. So yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen in this case. Let's be honest. Like, Malcolm is just going to win the war. He's losing his entire defensive line and most of his income. He can just pray that someone intervenes. Like, Monkey Man is doing everything he can do. Like what is he supposed to do? Like, he's one entire morale point behind. Like, no one can even fight back in this position. Like, it's just straight up impossible to win. Like, France is just too big, too strong to be beaten by Florence. It's just what it is. Nothing more to say. I'm out of respect. I'm not going to rate the nation because otherwise it would look okay. So Tech Castile, girl in Regency Council, good income, double gold mines. If we take a look at the dev map mode, you can already see that he developed a bit. Very nice. Looking like you're above average Castile. Like, what is there to say? Like, you cannot really say that much, but it just killed the Maghreb nation. Did most of the build up. I could re-add not building temples because I think this is one of the biggest mistakes most players in EU4 do at the current moment. I don't know why you're not doing a trade deal with Portugal, so Portugal is collecting, but God knows who. It's the reason you're not using your colonizer, which can easily be used here. It's going into Africa for reasons. Like, in the end, I don't really know what you're... Like, you would probably sit here and enjoy Netflix and chill, and then one point in the game Malcolm says, hello there, you're free real estate and you're dead. It's pretty much it. Like, it's a 6 out of 10, but no good future. I actually typed Dan for Danny's Nation. Portugal is already here at the Cape, currently in a war with Majapahit. From what I am seeing, he's getting annihilated by Majapahit. Capo de Boa Esperança is the Cape. Yeah, I think you slacked with not building enough heavy ships. And now you're losing it. And with it you're pretty much losing a lot. I think this Portugal should be played entirely different overall. Like, I have a different take on the nation. At the current moment, you're just waiting to get annihilated by Indonesia, because Indonesia is not waiting until you annihilate it. You're not able to defend this at all. No way you can. So, that's pretty much it. It's like a 4.5 out of 10. Gerbaldo had a 7 point. I think Portugal should have waited for some colonies and a bit of scaling before he went aggro. Yeah, me too. I agree completely. I think England is in a good spot deving right now. Deved already a bit, considering I already gave Gerardo an in-depth review yesterday. I will say this nation is a 7.5, and that's pretty much it. Sweden 236 has the luck that a lot of rulers die early. Currently getting bit cucked here. Is here like, what shall I say? Like this nation has the same problems as Russia, but on a way bigger margin, because this country is losing its snowball potential. Considering it's also way bigger than Brandenburg, for example, it has simply not done that much overall. Like, if we take a look at the building value in Skanderbeg, we need to scroll to the second page to find Sweden at 1,900 ducats building value. This is even below Württemberg, a vassal of Austria. Like, I don't really see how he's going to snowball out of this. Really don't know. Like, if I were him, I would have gone quality ideas and economic ideas than rushed Muscovy or Brandenburg. And that's it pretty much. Like, he's way too far behind at this current point. Like, he still has 20% ICA and 5% discipline, but I think it's really hard for him to come back from this. Or 10. Like, Muscovy with the exact same problems. Like, Muscovy has the freest game I've ever seen. Manages to be on 9 ideas. For God knows why. He's doing alright on advisors. Correct one. Take a look at it. Like, permanent integrated. But slowly start to integrate it. But I guess you have to -3 the prep here. You can hire Streltsy. Okay, his income, like, I don't really get why you didn't take land in that war. I think this was a horrible mistake. And right now you're just, considering your position and how far behind you are, you're just lucky that Poland or Lithuania or Sweden or Karakayonlu or whoever ever is not in the position to even remotely touch you, because in a normal game you would probably be player killed right now. You are significantly behind in most aspects. Like, your building value is at 5.7k, which is alright. Your ruler is pretty good right now, but I think you need to get a snowball going at one point, because currently it's like, how should I paraphrase it? Not well enough. 4 out of 10. So we're taking a look at Austria, and Austria survived the war here without losses, conquered most of the south of Germany, allied to the north of Germany, in control of Brandenburg. He's at 46 income. The income is a big lackluster, had some bad luck with Bohemia, is behind on ideas, is doing good on tech. On what I have seen, this country is like in a position where it can punch, but it fell back a lot this session due to this war and a lot of waste of manpower. It needs to slowly integrate more nations here and there. We'll probably annex most of that. And I would say it's a 4.5 out of 10 currently. So Malcolm, France, I would probably say this is one of the best France I have seen without even having taken a look at the country. Let's take a look at the development situation. Yeah, pretty much what I expected. Like, there could have certainly been better development in some aspects, but Considering this country actually had to kill East Burgundy, I think that's perfectly alright. I think the country is in a great position. 82 ducats. We'll now get Genoa for pretty free after this war. Not even remotely close to taking loans. We'll win this war. Yeah, it's pretty much looking great. Let's take a look at the build-up situation. I think it should be one of the best build-ups. Yep, it's the 4th best at 8,000 building value. Like, this country can even like start to invest in like worse manpower troops, increasing everything with wine as well. Like, I can re-add people for not building these. Malcolm. Otherwise, low crown land is playing around 30% as well, which seems to be the correct take from what I have seen. Lorraine is its vassal. So I would pretty much call it a 7.5 out of 10 France. Yep, good. Also, need to say that he has pretty good luck with his ruler with a 666. We just like pretty good. So final country I'm taking a look at is Brandenburg. Brandenburg currently very rich. Yes. Expanded quite a lot. Is currently on its way to the Great Power list. Is currently at 509 development. Considering its vassal will also be integrated at one point, which is Cleves, which has 3 pretty high development provinces. Hesse will also be pieced out in soon time, which will also result in more provinces. The biggest strength of this Brandenburg is something that is not clearly seen on the map. Church power, once it will be done to here, will get put into, wait a moment, sorry, will be put into organized for bishops, which will grant an additional 10% construction cost. And as you can already see, the buildings have been dirt cheap. Before that, the country was built up quite religiously, considering how garbage the income of Brandenburg is in the game. Brandenburg has a pretty good build-up situation, and will only snowball from here on out. Brandenburg has an impressive stat of the 6th highest average building value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th highest would have the 6th highest after the France-Florence War. At 7,100, which is higher than England, simply because of that. Expansion is looking pretty good. Has still an ace up his sleeve, and yeah, he got most of Lubeck. He will get the Dithmarschen pretty soon, and then it will also conquer stuff in the Rhineland and integrate. I think the country is looking in a pretty good spot right now. Income wise, it's at 38 ducats, which is also pretty good considering its size. For comparison, it's quite close to Austria. The air is also 436, which is pretty good. It will probably finish economic ideas at one point. It has had to have some problems because of the Peasants' War. Will now also focus on finishing the coring and then finish economic ideas, and then will be finished with quality economic, which is an impressive power spike for the military. And yeah, I would not say this country is at 7, but I think it would be labeled as a 6.5 out of 10 nation. Certainly a good looking nation, but it's not in the run to win the campaign. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my podcast. I would like to thank you nerds and skaters for sharing up. Enjoy this screenshot of Monkey Man, my heir that already died, which was an 042. called Monkeyman IRL, and he actually became strict as his first straight, which was kind of fun to see. Yeah, that's pretty much it for it today, and see you later, skaters.